Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. So in today's video, I'm actually going to go through the 2016 Maths Methods Exam 2 multiple choice section. Like always guys, if you guys want private tutoring in specialist methods, physics and chemistry, you can always email me through this email. With getting my tutoring course, what you will get is a dedicated Discord server where you'll get thousands of past exam questions, and a Q&A sections with other students where you can post hard, difficult exam questions, and I'll be there to help you guys. And yeah, we can also do private tutoring together. So yeah, let's smash through this paper. Question 1. The linear function this f of x has a range this. The domain D is what? Okay, so I'm just going to draw that linear function. Okay. So I know it has a y-intercept at 5, so around here and here. If I draw it like this with a negative slope, perfect. And we know that the range is from -4 to 5. So this point, let's say this point over here is a closed circle, and this point over here is an open circle. And we know that this coordinate is -4, and this one over here is something 5. So the way that I'll calculate the coordinates is by, for example, for this one, is I'm just going to let 5 minus x equal 5. So x equals 0. So this is actually supposed to be 0, so put a 0 over here. What about the other one? So it's 5 minus x equals -4. 5 plus 4. So x equals 9. So this is 9. So our actual domain is from, because it's an open circle, it's from 0 to 9 inclusive. So choose A. Question 2. F of x is this. The period and range of the function is what? Okay, so that's easy. So we know that period is 2 pi over pi on 2. So pi over 2. So which is just 2 pi times 2 over pi. Cancel those. That is 4. So we can cancel these all. What about the range? Well, the range is easy. It's just 1 minus 2 and 1 plus 2. So 1 minus 2 and 1 plus 2, which is -1 to 3. So choose B as your answer. Question 3. Part of the graph of y if f of x's polynomial is shown. Okay. F dash of x is less than 0 for what interval? Okay, so f dash of x means the gradient. When is the gradient negative? Less than 0. So, okay, let's start from here. Well, it's going downwards. Okay, so here is a negative, we can see from here. Here is a positive, so this is a positive gradient over here. And again, it goes negative to this point. So, we can say that the interval is from -infinity to -2, union 1/3 to infinity. That will be choose C as your answer. Question 4. The average rate of change of the function with the rule this between this and that is what? Easy. So let's just define this function in our calculator. So we can say that f of x is 3x squared minus 2 x plus 1. And we want it from f of 3 minus f on 0. And put a 3 on here. That's 25 on 3. So choose D as your answer. Question 5, which of the following is the inverse of this? Okay, so if I just let this x, okay, so 2y minus 6 will be x squared plus 6 over 2. That's your inverse equation. So we can get these all wrong. Okay, what about the domain? So to find the domain of the inverse, it's just the range of this function. So I know this function is going to look like, it's going to be translated 3 units to the right, and it's like this. So the domain is from 0, the range of the function is from 0 to infinity, which means the domain is 0 to infinity. Choose D. Consider the graph of the function defined by this. The square of the length of the line segment joining the points on the graph of this to that is what? So, okay, we're saying the distance, so the length is f, we can say f 3 pi over 4 minus f pi over 4 all squared plus 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 4 or squared. Now it says the square of the length. So if we square this, the square root goes away. So it'll just become f 3 pi over 4 minus f pi on 4. Then 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 4 squared. So let's just put on our calculator and find what that is. So define first, let's define the function f of x. Sine 2x. So we're saying f of 3 pi over 4 minus f pi over 4 square plus 3 pi over 4, so 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 4 squared. And that gives us pi squared this. That's just the same as pi squared plus 16 over 4. Choose A. Question 7. The number of pets x owned by each student in a large school is a random variable with the following discrete probability distribution. If 2 students are selected at random, the probability that they own the same number of pets is what? Okay, so there could only be the probability, because there's 2, there could be 0, 0. They can own no pets at all, both of them, plus the probability they could own both 1 pet, plus the probability they can own both 2 pets, probability of them owning this 3 pets each. So it'll just become 0.5 times 0.5 plus 0.25 times 0.25 plus 0.2 times 0.2 plus 0.05 times 0.05. Let's do that. So, which is just 0.5 squared plus 0.25 squared plus 0.2 squared plus 0.05 squared. And that gives us, control enter, 0.355. So choose C as your answer. Question 8. A UV index Y for a summer day in Melbourne is illustrated in the graph below, where T is the number of hours after 6. The graph is most likely to be what? Okay, let's first find the period. So we can say that 2 pi over 14 is pi of 7. So which one has pi on 7? This one has, this one. All the other ones don't have it. And, okay, well, it can only be B, because if it's this one, it should have a positive. Yeah, it should look like a positive, actually, but yeah, it doesn't. This one is a negative. You can see it's reflected along the t-axis. So yeah, B. Nice, easy question. Given that this is that, then what's this? Okay, this is normally a integration by recognition, so we can just say ddx of x e kx. Let's expand that out. Kx plus ekx. And what we want is we want this over here. So we say ddx x e kx minus ekx. Divide it all by k. We get e, or we can actually get just x e kx. Perfect. So if we integrate this with the respect of dx, we have to integrate this too. We can take that 1 over k out, and we're just saying the integral of ddx x e kx minus e kx. Does it look similar? Is one of them like that? No, none of them look like this. So we can simplify this more. So this integral over here cancels out with this one. It will just become x e kx. Wait. Before doing that, actually, let's just split out the integral so we don't make it confusing. So we can say ddx x e kx dx minus ddx. Let me just make this small. ddx ekx Okay, so minus ekx dx. So, and these cancel out. These ones over here, so it'll be 1 over k. X ekx minus integral of ekx dx. Doesn't even look like this. Yes, D looks right. 1 over k x ekx minus the integral from ekx dx plus c. Perfect. Question 10. For the curve this, the tangent to the curve will be parallel to the line connecting to the positive x intercept and the y-intercept when x equals y. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go on my calculator and just define the function to do easy calculations. So it's x squared minus 5. Okay, let's first solve where f of x equals 0, x to find the, and we want the positive x-intercept, so this one. And what about its y-intercept? Its y-intercept is just negative 5. So if we finally do a gradient, it will be 0 minus, okay, wait, so there'll be root 5 on 0, and this will be 0 root 5. So we can say, so the first one will be, yeah, so it'll be 0 minus, so it'll be plus 5 over root 5 minus 0, which is this, root 5. So this is a gradient. And now it's easy now to calculate it. We just, if we find the derivative of f of x and equate it to the answer, and we can solve answer comma x, we get this. Yeah, that should be the, for the curve, the tangent to the curve will be parallel to the line connecting the positive x-intercept and the y-intercept when x equals, yeah, root 5 over 2. Choose D. Question 11. The function f has the property f of x this for all non-zero real numbers x and y, which of the following is a possible rule for the function. These are always questions, that are coming up in exams. They are very easy because they are easy marks. What you can do is just use a calculator. This is how I would approach this question. I would first define the first function, x squared. And I would actually write the property f of x minus f of y equals y minus x times f x times y. Okay, so this is false because it's not, the statement doesn't, it's supposed to say true. What about the next one? X squared plus x to the power 4. Nope, false. What about the next one? X times log e x. False. Next one. 1 over x. True. So yeah, choose D as your answer. Question 12. The graph of the function is obtained. So if the graph of the function f is obtained from the graph of g with the rule this by a reflection in the x-axis. So if we're reflecting it in the x-axis, it'll become negative g of x. It'll be negative 2x minus 5. Followed by dilation from the y-axis by a factor of t. So dilation by a factor of half parallel to the x-axis. So we're just saying minus g 2x, negative 2x minus 5, which is negative 2, 4 of x minus 5. Yeah, which of the following is a rule for the function? It will be D. Yeah. Question 13. Consider the graphs of the function g, f and g. The area of the shaded region can represent what? So the first one is saying from A to D, where f of x minus, absolutely not. That doesn't make sense. 0 to D, so from here to here, f of x minus, no. Next one, 0 to B, so from 0 to this value over here, f of x minus, no. We need to consider this over here, this part here. They're just, yeah. So 0 to A, okay, this one nicely considers 0 to A, where f of x is that. Then A to C, so this value to this value, where f of x is minus g of x. And the other one's B to D. No, this is, yeah, no, this statement's not making sense. B to D, yeah. Next question. 0 to d. So let's look at that one. So 0 to d. So from here to here, f of x. So okay, we're saying this whole area is, yeah, we find the whole area minus the area from A to C. So A to C. So we minus this area from it. Yeah, and that should give us the actual area, the shaded region. Yeah, this one makes better sense than all of them. So choose E. Question 14. A rectangle is formed by using parts of the coordinate axis and the point U of E, where U is greater than 0 of the parabola of this. Which of the following is a maximum area of the rectangle? A very typical question. So what I would do is, I know this coordinate's U, F of U. So the area of the rectangle is what? It's just U times F of U. So I'm going to come to my calculator and just define the function. F of x as 4 minus x squared. So U times F of U. So this is your actual area, and I want to find the maximum area. So I'm going to go calculus maximum. This here, comma U, given that U is only between 0 to 2. And we get this value over here. Now, if I sub this value to the area, I should get the maximum area. 16 root 3 on 9. So choose E. Question 15. A box contains 6 red marbles, 4 blue marbles. 2 marbles are drawn from the box without replacement. The probability that they are the same color. Very nice and typical is question. So red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. So we know that there is in total 10. So we know that there's 6 on 10, 4 on 10. So if we take it, it'll be 5 on 9. This will be 3 on 9. And we want to find the probability that they are the same color. So probably RR plus the probability of blue, blue. So that'll be 6 on 10 times 5 on 9 plus 4 on 10 times 3 on 9. Yeah, let's use our calculator. So 6 on 10 times 5 on 9 plus 4 on 10 times 4, so 4 on 10 is 3 on 9. 7 over 15. Done. Choose C. Question 16. A random variable x has a normal distribution with a mean of 12 and a standard deviation of 0.25. If a random variable z has a standard normal distribution, then the probability that x is greater than 12.5 is equal to what? So nice and easy. We know that by z, so our z value is just 12.5 minus 12 over 0.25. This is 0.5 over 0.25. And that goes twice. So this can be written as probably as x is greater than 2. Or z is greater than 2. Yeah, E looks right. Perfect. Question 17. Inside a container, there are 1 million colored building blocks. It is known that 20% of the blocks are red. Okay, a sample of 16 blocks is taken from the container. For samples of 16, P is a random variable distribution of sample proportion of red blocks. Do not use normal approximation. Then what's this? Okay, so we know that P hat is equal to x over, what's our n value, is 16. So 3 over 16 times 16 to give us x is just x is equal to 3. So this can be rewritten as probably that x is greater or equal to 3. Very nice. Now we can just use our calculator and use binomial distribution. So go on menu, go on probability distributions, and go into binomial CDF. Our number of trials is 16. Our value of our probability success of getting red blocks is 0.2. Our lower bound is 3 and our upper bound is 16. Enter and we get this value over here. 0.48. So 0.648. So choose A. Yeah, perfect. The continuous random variable x has a probability density function given by this. The value of A such that probably that x is this is what? Okay, not too bad. So we're saying from 3 pi to the value of A of f of x dx is equal to root 3 plus 2 over 4. And what's the value of A? Easy. Let's just use calculations. So I'm going to just define f of x again. So f of x as 1 over 4 cos x over 2. So what is the integral from 3 pi to a of f of x dx equals root 3 plus 2 over 4. And we want to solve answer comma a. It's a general solution. Okay, we need to restrict a. So we know a can only be between 3 pi to 5 pi. So we can say that 3 pi a can be between to 5 pi. And time we get 14 pi on 3, which is B. Question 19. Consider the discrete probability distribution of random variable x is shown in the table below. The smallest and the largest possible value of ex is respectively is what? Okay, so we know ex is what? It's negative a plus b squared plus 2 times 2, 4b squared plus, so 4 times 2 on 10, so 0.8, yeah? That's your expected value. And we know that the total of all of these should equal to 1, so we can say a plus b, just say, well, a plus 4b plus 0.2 must equal 1. And we can say that a plus 4b is 0.8. A is therefore 0.8 minus 4b. So if I, what am I supposed to do here? If I sub this into this, I should get an equation. So like expected value is negative 0.8 minus 4b plus b squared plus 4b squared plus 0.8. So yeah, let's write this in our calculator. So so it will be so negative 0.8 minus 4b plus, this just becomes 5b squared plus 0.8. And we get this, so 5b squared plus 4b. Let's write that down. So expected value is, let's just take a common factor of b out, so it'll be 5b plus 4. So, okay, if I draw a graph here, if I draw a nice graph here, and this is value of b, and this is your expected value, and I draw a nice parabola, so at 0 and at this value over here, so it'll look like this. Now, we know b can be not less than 0, so we have to restrict this all over, take this all away. Okay, so we know that b can only be from 0. That is the smallest possible value, and the most possible value of b is actually 1, because b, remember, it is probability, it's 1. Yeah. And those are actually the highest possible value that b can be. Is that right? Yeah. So choose E. Question 20, consider the transformation T defined as this. The transformation transforms the graph of f of x onto the graph of g of x. Then what's this? Okay, so let's look at f of x. What's happening to f of x? So let's first expand the actual transformation. So we're saying that x dash negative x, y dash through y plus 5. So like, solving those will be negative x dash x, y dash minus 5 over 3 equals y. So subbing that to f of x, so for example, this is y f of x. So it will be y dash minus 5 over 3 equals 5. F of negative x. Solving for y, 3f negative x plus 5. Okay, so this over here is now transformed. So this is actually your g of x. This is your g of x. So let's really look what's happening. So if I was going to integrate g of x, yeah, so let's split it. So from negative 3 to 0, 3f negative x dx plus what about dx? So Okay, this is what am I doing? I'm confusing myself. So, negative 3g, so to 0. 3f negative x plus 5 dx. Yes. And let's split that. So it'll be negative 3, 0, 3f of x, negative x dx, plus the integral from negative 3 to 0, 5 dx. So, what do we know? Well, this over here, let's really look at what's happening. F negative x. What happens if we... So let's say that f of x, like let's say this over here. We know that f of x, let's say if we're drawing f of x, it's some graph that looks like this, let's say. And so let's say this here is, well, actually it doesn't, let's say it goes like this. And this is from 0, so here, to 3. And we reflect it along the y-axis, because it's reflected along the y-axis. And what happens? Well, it will just look like this. So this point will be still 0, but now this point over here will be negative 3. So now it will be areas from negative 3 to 0 of f negative x dx, and it's still 5 because this area is still the same as this area. So, yeah, now we have this over here. We can say that 3 is 5 plus 5x 0 to negative 3, so 15 plus 0 minus 15, which is equal to 30. So yeah, choose E. Hope that's right. I hope you guys learned something through this video. Please, make sure to like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I hope to see you guys again. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.